The second law of thermodynamics states that the total enthalpy of an isolated system can never decrease over time. In other words, the enthalpy of the universe always increases in a spontaneous process. Here are two important formulations for the second law. First, Clausius statement. Heat cannot spontaneously flow from a colder body to the hotter body. In other words, it is impossible for heat to flow in the opposite direction without external work being done. Second, Kelvin plane statement. No heat engine can be 100% efficient, which is the sum of energy lost as a waste heat. A thermal energy reservoir is a large body that can absorb or supply heat without changing its temperature.
So now, what is Carnot cycle? Carnot cycle is a theoretical thermodynamic cycle that describes the most efficient way to convert heat into work or vice versa. It is proposed by Sadi Carnot in 1824. Meanwhile, Carnot principles state that all heat engines operating between the same two thermal or heat reservoirs cannot have efficiencies greater than a reversible heat engine operating between the same reservoirs. The Carnot cycle consists of four reversible processes. The first one is isothermal expansion, adiabatic expansion, isothermal compression, and the last one is adiabatic compression. There are two statements by Carnot principles, which are: the first one is the efficiency of an irreversible heat engine is always less than the efficiency of reversible one operating between the same two reservoirs. And the second one is the efficiencies of all reversible heat engines operating between the same two reservoirs are the same.
The diagrams display the processes mentioned. Firstly, reversible isothermal expansion. During initial state 1, cylinder head is at close proximity to the source of temperature, allowing gas to expand slowly, doing work to surroundings. As gas expands, the temperature decreases. As it reaches a certain amount of change in temperature, some heat is then transferred from the reservoir into the gas, causing the temperature to rise. It is how the gas temperature remains constant at TH. Amount of total heat transferred to gas is QH. Secondly, reversible adiabatic expansion. The reservoir is replaced by insulation. Gas continues to expand until temperature drops from TH to TL. Thirdly, reversible isothermal compression. The insulation is removed and the cylinder is brought into contact with the sink at temperature TL. The piston is pushed inward, doing work on the gas. Temperature rises as the gas compresses. When reaching an infinitesimal amount of Tt, heat transferred to sink from gas temperature then drops to TL and remains constant. For the final process, insulation is put back on the cylinder head. The gas is compressed and returns to its original state. The cycle is complete when temperature rises from TH to TL. Now for the principles. The statements can be proved. Any violation against them would violate the second law of thermodynamics. Assuming a reversible heat engine is more efficient, doing more work, then the engine is reversed and operated as refrigerator, has no input of work reversible and reject heat to reservoir. Irreversible engine receives same amount of heat, so net heat is zero. Now consider both network of work irreversible minus work reversible while exchanging heat in single reservoir, which violates Kelvin plane statement. Thus, previous assumption is incorrect and the principle is proven. The same analysis can be done with the second Carnot principle, replacing a reversible engine with another more efficient reversible engine, doing more work. It violates the second law, thus the principle is proven.
The Carnot cycle is an idealized thermodynamic process that represents the maximum possible efficiency for heat engines. Refrigerator and air conditioner operate based on the reverse Carnot cycle, where heat is transferred from a cooler area to a warmer area. In this cycle, the refrigerant absorbs heat at a low temperature, is compressed to a high temperature and pressure to release the heat, and then cools down to repeat the process. The Carnot cycle provides the theoretical efficiency limit for this system, which depends on the temperature difference between the cold and hot region, while real systems are less efficient due to loss. The Carnot cycle serves as a benchmark for understanding and improving their performance.
The four processes that make up the Carnot cycle are isothermal expansion, adiabatic expansion, isothermal compression, and adiabatic compression. The first process is isothermal expansion. In this process, the amount of heat absorbed by the ideal gas is Q in from the heat source at the temperature of TH. The gas expands and thus work on the surroundings. The second process is adiabatic expansion. The system is thermally insulated and the gas continues to expand and work is done on the surroundings. Now the temperature is lower, TL. The third process is isothermal compression. The heat loss Q out occurs when the surrounding do the work at temperature TL. The last process is adiabatic compression. Again, the system is thermally insulated. The temperature again rises back to TH as the surrounding continue to do their work on the gas.
Somebody claims to have developed a new reversible heat engine cycle that has a higher theoretical efficiency than the current cycle operating between the same temperature limits. How do you evaluate this claim? This claim is false. The second Carnot principle states that no heat engine cycle can have a higher thermal efficiency than the Carnot cycle operating between the same temperature limits. To illustrate, the Carnot efficiency is a result of the second law of thermodynamics, where the Carnot efficiency is equal to 1 minus Tc over Th, where Th is hot reservoir in Kelvin and Tc is cold reservoir in Kelvin, or also known as TL. According to this, the second law of thermodynamics asserts that the entropy of an isolated system can never decrease. This principle imposes limits on the efficiency of any thermodynamic process, including heat engines. Therefore, this concludes that no reversible heat engine can have a higher efficiency than the Carnot cycle for the same temperature limits.
In conclusion, the Carnot cycle and Carnot principles define the theoretical efficiency limits of heat engines, depending only on the reservoir temperatures. While real systems are less efficient due to irreversibilities, the Carnot cycle serves as a benchmark for optimizing energy processes and advancing sustainable technologies.